Well, what is happening, ladies and gentlemen? How's everybody doing out there tonight? Welcome to the Wrestling Wire. Hey, look, so we got a good amount of stuff to get into. As you can tell, my co-host is not here right now. Uh, Spoke with him last night. He's going to be a little late tonight, but he is coming. He is coming, and that's when we're going to wait and do some of this, you know, come to Jesus stuff we got to do when it comes to the whole indie scene out here in the Carolinas market. There's a couple things that need to get addressed, and you know, I figure who better than to be the bearer of bad news or to really step up to the plate and say what needs to be said to some of these people than me. Um, More people probably care less about my opinion than they do care about my opinion, but a lot of people listen to me and a lot of people listen to what I have to say. So, with that being said, I think it's going to go for some it's going to make for some really interesting discourse. Probably going to have some angry DMs later on. If the shoe fits, do me a favor, buy it and wear it. Wear it proudly. Advertise that. Um, because I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. When it comes to this business or it comes to business, period, I stand on it and I stay true to it. If you can't, that's your problem. That's not mine. Anyway, look, let's get into some news real quick, man. We had we've had an awesome week of pro wrestling, man, because over the weekend you had Bad Blood, then you had Raw, then you had NXT and Dynamite going head to head. And I'm gonna talk very little bit about Dynamite because guess what? You guessed it. I didn't watch it. I caught some highlights. I actually had to go back and rewatch NXT for most of that show as well. I think I caught the first half and I had to go rewatch the second. But anyway, um them two going head to head just was not what I had on my bingo card for this year, nor did I anticipate it being good. But I didn't know how it was going to pan out, but I was when I say I was really shocked by the results of the ratings, I was even surprised. Like I knew it was going to be something, but I ain't knew it was going to be all that now. Anyway, we'll get to it in a bit. Bad Blood, if you missed that Hell in a Cell, that was probably one of the best Hell in a Cell matches that I can remember. And I'm not saying that because I'm a CM Punk fan. I've always been a Punk fan. Punk was the reason I started watching AEW for the second or third time. Was I went back to watch him because it was nice to see him, doing what he does good in the ring and being on the microphone and being that character. I enjoy Punk as a character. On a personal level, I don't know the guy. I know he's got some, he's got his ways about him, but everybody's got their ways about him when it comes to like politics and beliefs and all that mess. So it's just something. It's just something that people need to learn to segregate themselves from. We as an audience have to remove ourselves. It's like I'm not going to go over here and vote for whoever they're going to vote for because Beyonce's number one on this chart don't mean she's super smart. Taylor Swift can be making the number one pick on the number one song however many times she's done it, but most of her songs been about picking the wrong person. Who cares about I don't care about nobody else's political stance, and that includes wrestlers. Y'all want to have that conversation, you know the rules. You go get a cigar, we go get a drink, and we go sit down somewhere and we have a talk. And I've done it with people across the fence from me. I've done it from people on the same side as me, and I've done it with people who really don't know anything about politics. It don't matter. But at any rate, Punk, McIntyre, fantastic matchup, man. Nobody can get me to say that that's probably not one of the best. It's probably got to be one of the best 3 or 5 Hell in the Cell matches. And 5 is stretching that. 5 is stretching that. It's easily, in my opinion, one of the best 3 Hell in a Cell matches in the history of the match. It was fantastic. Tommy Scott chiming in. What's up, dude? What did you think of Tony D? Bro, I got to get to NXT. I got to get there. Khalif Joe, man, what is up? The Dante Khalifa in the house. How you doing tonight, dude? Um, He was the bottom lines wrestler of the week. If you guys don't know Dante Khalifa, the Dante Khalifa, my man right here, Khalif Jones, you want to talk about somebody that I will put stake on. You know what I'm saying? I will bet money on Khalif. Great attitude, great in-ring work ethic, solid trainer. It is, or solid training, I should say. The Dante Khalifa is an extremely dedicated professional wrestler in the Carolinas. And I am happy to know him, and I am happy to see his evolution over the last, what? I think I've known him a year and a half, maybe. Fantastic. Fantastic. He is a solid dude. No, I'm not a Swiftie. I just mentioned Taylor Swift because dude, my daughter's a Swiftie. So there's that. But I mean, like, that's why I mentioned her. I used her as a, as a point. Punk had the best Hell in a Cell match in 14 years. Probably an accurate statement. Tommy, you're becoming more of a historian than I am. You could legit probably run your own podcast. No doubt about it. Saw Dante at ACE and IWE last Sunday. Great wrestler, great guy. Agreed entirely. Agreed entirely. Yeah, like I said, Bad Blood. That Hell in a Cell was amazing. It was fantastic. The only thing that kind of sucks is that Drew got busted open the hard way when Punk caught him on top of the head with that toolbox. Man, it gave him 16 across the top of the head. Look, I don't remember how many staples I had in the back of my head. 4, 6, 8. I don't remember. It's been too long ago, and I'm fairly confident that when I got them removed, I was drinking. So I don't really recall them. But I can tell you one thing: staples in your head and having what looked weird was the fact that his hair was still there where the gash was. I'm surprised they didn't try to like pull that thing apart and then clean it out and then staple it together. It looked so weird to me. Because I'm thinking, bro, if your hair gets stuck in there, because that's what happened to mine on the back of my head. My hair was actually stuck inside the hole in my scalp. Um, and I had to like pull that out, man. It was a mess, and it sucked because I was doing it by myself. Um, Nia Jax defeating Bailey. The match was a little wonky, but overall, I've got to give credit where credit's due, and Nia Jax had a reasonably decent match. But then again, she's going up against Bailey, and y'all know how I feel about that. You can always have a great match if your opponent's fantastic. You're going to have at least something good come out of it. I don't know who built that match, but they did a solid job. That was a good one. Damian Priest defeating Finn Balor. Okay, I'm down, but where do we go from here? Are they going to keep on keeping on with this Towers of Terror or Twin Terrors or Twin Towers or whatever they're calling themselves going up against the Judgment Day? Are they going to continue that story? How is that going to shake out? That is one thing we've got to know. We've got to know which direction it's going to go. Drew bled like he was Eddie in 04. He had a little bad blood, I guess you could say. Oh, he had a whole lot of bad blood. What is up, Kyle and Disney? Man, look, I saw the message. I was marinating on what you sent me, and I'm still the jury's out mentally. Okay, there's 13 muffs running around in there, so they need some time to deliberate. But they get back to you as soon as possible. Rather have had Sammy Gunther instead of Bailey Nia, but both are still good. Hey, I'm not gonna argue that, but you really do need to try to keep focus and keep that women's world or WWE title in the limelight because right now there's a whole lot of angry stuff going on when it comes to booking and people not getting their shine or not getting their time or not getting their whatever. Realistically, putting a heavyweight title match on a Monday Night Raw makes Monday Night Raw better. Putting a women's title match, both women's titles on the line on the pay per view was good for business. That was a good idea. I like it. Judgment Day is they based the women's war game. I think is what will happen. Okay, that's quite possible. And what do I think of the new Crown Jewel title? Hey, look, I, it it looks fine. I don't. I'm not going to sit there and say I think it looks stupid or whatever because there's no basis for me to say anything looks dumb. It looks better than some of the other titles that they've had. It's not the worst looking title I've ever seen. I think that's a pretty fair assessment. Um, Rhea and Liv was fun. Now, what's wild is the way it ended. It was not supposed to end the way it did, but it is what it is, and I ain't mad at it. Uh, I think it's funny that Rhea got a hold of Dom at the end of it while he's hanging from a shark cage, and Dom's scared of heights anyway, which is just insane to me that Dom is afraid of heights. I don't maybe I don't get it because I'm not afraid of heights, but I don't understand how you could be a wrestler and leap from the top rope and all this other craziness, but you scared of heights. It just doesn't you see what I'm saying? Like it doesn't click with me. It doesn't it doesn't logically make sense in my brain. I guess is the way to put that. Um and then Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns defeated the Bloodline. That was fun. Plenty of surprises. Both Usos back in the house now. That's huge. The Rock made his presence felt. Dude, I am really, really interested to see which direction it's going. And it kind of feels like the direction that your boys predicted in the long run anyway. Um, yes, exactly. Dom with the like he was a pinata was awesome. That was kind of what my reference was to. Him falling out of the shark cage was great. Dom needs a lowrider. Ronald Johnson chiming in. I agree. I think that would be more of another kick towards the whole Eddie Guerrero thing. Um, and if he wanted to say like he could come out with the microphone in the car, live in the car, and all this, and be like, "Look, uh, seeing as my father's or my dad's a deadbeat, I'm emulating my father, or seeing as my father's a deadbeat, I'm emulating my dad, Eddie, or what you see what I'm saying? They could articulate that and it would be super heat. Like that's just over the top heel shit right there. That's good stuff. It would be a ridiculous amount of people being uh loving the throwback for the Eddie Guerrero. So you got the old heads like me that remember Eddie and saw always saw Lowrider and everything else. You got us that would be like, man, that's a cool throwback. You got the super Rey Mysterio fans that would just be sick about him talking about his dad. There's so many layers to them doing that. Ronald Johnson, if they did that, that right there would be a money move. That's huge. That'd be great. The Rock being back's interesting. Feels like since he left, basically have a new bloodline. So, right. And I'm thinking that there could be a bloodline, civil war. And that's kind of what we've been talking about. It's like Rock, Solo, Fatu, and the Tongas over here. You've got Roman, Jimmy and Jay, And I know there's some more out there. There's more Fatus that are coming off of the indies and getting, contracts changed out from MLW, bought out from other company. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So there could legit be a bloodline civil war, side versus side, and it would be gnarly in my book. Personally, this is a little twinge into playing right here. Listen, if you look at it right now, it's 5-on-3. Okay, 5-on-3. Because you got the Tongas, you got Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, right? You got Jacob Fatu, you got Solo Sikoa, and you got The Rock. That's 5. Roman and the Usos. That's 3. What I think they could do. Remember, they took the title off of Jacob and put it on the other Tonga brother. You see, we could get a little bit of dissension on that side right there with Jacob Fatu. Jacob could deflect and go to the other side. Jacob, Roman, and the Usos, Rock, Solo, and the Tongas. Bam. We got 4-on-4 heading for Survivor Series. And what is the significance of Survivor Series, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to The Rock? What's the significance for The Rock at Survivor Series? Oh, isn't that where he debuted? Didn't he debut at a Survivor Series? That's Blue Chipper right there. JR said that. JR said that. So you see how that's going to go? Look, the Wyatt Six does not need to be an everyday thing. They don't need to be on every show. Shane, I feel you. I understand what you're saying. They have not been out of the limelight very long at all. There's a lot there. There's a lot there that can be done. I'm liking all of them in the ring. That's the main part right now with the Wyatt Six. I'm liking what all of them are able to do in the ring. I already liked Joe Gacy. I already liked Shaw, Dexter Loomis. When I explained to my daughter, who's a huge Scream fan, she's a big horror movie fan. I'm like, Dexter's a serial killer. You saw the show. I think she watched like a half episode with me and was like, Dad, I got to go do other things. I was like, okay. But she understands Halloween, Dexter Loomis, Dr. Loomis from Halloween, or Billy Loomis from the original Scream movie. So, like, she's like, that's what his name is from? I'm like, yeah, that's what his name is from. And then this cat over here, Joe Gacy, that's off the guy who got everybody to do the potion, right? Or wasn't that the cult leader? Yeah, that was the cult leader guy. And Gacy was another serial killer, if I'm not mistaken. There's so many tie-ins on the horror side of things. I love it. I love the way it's laid out. I don't drink tea too often, but that's some pretty good stuff right there. Right. Zila Fatu and the other God is still on the table. That's what I'm talking about, man. So look, there's your 5. If you bring in Zilla and the other member of God, that's 5-on-5. That's a huge Survivor Series matchup right there. I'm telling you, this is the way it could go. And you've got Crown Jewel and maybe even another one between now and the end of November, which is when Survivor Series is. The Survivor Series is one of the original Big 4 for WWF back in the day. Man, there's a lot that could be going on there. There's a whole lot that could be going on there. Monday Night Raw. I think the biggest takeaway from this is the Sami Zayn matchup with Gunther. And Gunther defeated him, via submission. It was a great matchup. And it's honestly, it was what Gunther needed. Sammy getting his time eventually, maybe, as a world or world champion or WWE champion. That may happen. Everybody's like, strike while the iron's hot, strike while the iron's hot. That does not work. You can't do that because it's not just hot in the ring, or it's not just hot in the ring. It's not just hot in the arena. It's not just hot in the merch. It's not just hot on the mic. It's not just hot on social media. It's not just hot on your mama's basement couch, flicking boogers and watching TV and stuff. No, it's all of it. It is all of it. Guys, ladies, it is a business. I'm telling you. Is there a place and time for everything? You got it right. You got it right that there is one. However, when is it going to be Sammy's time and place? I don't know. I couldn't venture to tell you. Um, the women's 10-man tag match was very different. It was a cluster. It really was. Uh, it's good to see Natty back on TV. It was good to see all these ladies get a chance to shine. You know what I mean? So I'm down with it. They didn't have too many matches on the show, and that works out because the matches that they had were meaningful. The segments that they had all meant something. If the show means something, it doesn't matter how many matches there are. If it's matches for the sake of matches and they don't mean anything, who cares? If it's talking points and segments for the sake of talking points and segments, what does it mean and who really cares? Nobody knows. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter. That's just how it goes, man. That's wrestling for you. Um, CM Punk leaves and says he's got to take some time to recover and recuperate. Dude, he ain't gonna be gone long. He ain't gonna be gone long at all because he had already made a statement about uh challenging Gunther. I got a feeling they're going to be building up towards something after Crown Jewel. Maybe Punk challenges Gunther at Survivor Series. I don't see him being gone. Somebody made a remark. Oh, he's going to be gone till the Royal Rumble. Ew, why? Bro, that's like next year. That's 3 months and 4 months away. Who want to see? He ain't going away for that long. A couple weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks. Maybe he comes back at Crown Jewel and does something with Gunther there, and that kicks us off heading into, the Survivor Series. That's a big deal right there. You see what I mean? I like that idea for a matchup for Survivor Series. That gives you a reason. Punk wins, Punk loses. Doesn't matter. Does not matter whether Punk wins or Punk loses, guys. That's gonna be another good one for Gunther. If he wins, that's really big on his career. If he loses, he's still got in the ring. He's defended this title multiple times. It's been a good run. You can't be mad at anything going on right now. It's all good stuff. Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed. Okay, sure, give me that, but I kind of want it to be a gimmick match. I don't want it to be just a straight up wrestling match. I want it to be unhinged. Rollins's new character is super, off-putting and unhinged and kind of zany. So let's make the match that way. Know what I mean? I mean, Jey Uso and Xavier Woods, his first IC title defense. That was solid. That was a good matchup for both of them. I'm not the biggest fan of the way that it's going. For Xavier Woods, I think that this slow heel turn is kind of being a bit slower than it needed to be. Um, that's just kind of my vibe on it, but I like the way they're planting seeds to get you there eventually. They don't want to confuse the audience because of how long the relationship has gone with Kofi and Woods and E. My other consideration is that maybe this is just like a downtime for Woods. and they're not going to pull the trigger on the heel turn. Maybe they're not going to break up the New Day. Maybe the New Day both turn heel. There's a lot of variables that can click there, folks, and that's what I need people to realize, is that this can go way many ways. Let's see. 2-hour Raw feels weird because all the time I've been a wrestling fan, it's always been 3. Right. I agree. It's it's kind of weird. Like, I was ready for that next hour and it didn't happen. On Monday night, so I was kind of like, huh, that's odd. AEW does 10-man or 8 all the time. It always feels like a cluster, and the women's 10-man felt the same. Right. I agree. It was they always feel clunky. Anything realistically, my book, anything beyond a 6-man feels kind of odd, unless it's like a Survivor Series matchup, which makes more sense. The elimination styles. I like elimination matches, man. I'm not gonna lie. I like gauntlet matches. I like elimination matches. I like stuff like that. I think they're fun. Punk will be back by Saturday night main event. Maybe. I don't know about that. What is up, Jamie Bolin? How you doing? I am actually doing quite well. Yeah, we got some things that need to get cleared up. Yeah, we got some things that need to get talked about, and we will get to them eventually. I'm waiting on David to get here because I'm waiting on him to get here. Needs to bring up some TNA Impact wrestlers. They do. If they keep bringing them in, but there is a lot going on there as well. Ooh, pardon me. That's what I get for starting working at like 6 something in the morning this morning. Kids, stay in school and don't, do bad work in school. Actually graduate and get a good job and things like that. Do good in school so you can get a better job. Don't be like me. I graduated and I have to work extremely freaking hard to do anything anymore. That's just me. So there's my public service announcements. It's for the kids. That's what we do. I enjoy TNA. I really like the changeover, the turnaround that they're making with that company. I think their current touring strategy is brilliant. Nicer, small arenas, packed houses, affordable tickets, good stuff. They don't need to rent a 15,000 seat arena or a 20,000 seat arena. They need to do what they're doing, a couple thousand seat arena, and fill that joker from top to bottom. They're doing great with it. AEW could take the hint and do the same thing. The problem is AEW's contracts are up here and TNA's contracts are down here for what they're paying out. And I don't care. I don't care. That's the truth. That is the God's honest truth. That's the gospel right there. I feel like they're bringing TNA wrestlers with the Rumble, and if it is, it better be Joe Hendry. Dude, I like Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. It's just me. I feel like Kofi's going to be the one to turn heel. Well, see, that was another thought. That was definitely another thought, man. We like Joe. There's something awesome about massive bodies in the ring like Moose. Oh, I agree entirely. And the WWE could even have the Hardys come in and challenge God, or not God, Tama Tonga, Tongaloa. They could challenge them. They could come in. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can drop them in places. NXT needs to show in Greensboro so all the Firestar Pro Wrestling people can show up as security guards, and Javon gets to perform in front of his hometown. I'm down with that. NXT was here in Spartanburg a number of years ago, and it was fantastic. I really liked it. I had a great time at that show. Let's see. I was like 4 rows back from the ring. It was great. Really good seats, and they weren't expensive. I will put it to you this way. I've gone out to eat and spent more money on dinner than I did for those 2 tickets 4 rows back. That's the best I can do for giving you a comparison. Do you think we'll ever see Moose in WWE? I believe so, if the deal is right. Dude, I've seen Moose here in XWW in Monroe, North Carolina. Uh, he wrestled for XWW last winter, I think. It was Moose, Fodder, and maybe somebody else in the match. I know it was at least Moose and Psycho Boy Fodder. But yeah, it's I don't see why we couldn't see him in the WWE. He's not the best talker. His promos are good, but as far as his actual uh pronunciation or enunciation of the words, whichever direction you want to take that, that may be the caveat for him. But overall, I like the guy. I'm a fan. Um, one brief uno, as they say in the bit, uno momento, por favor. Da, 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 da. But let's see here. Yeah, it was Moose, Fodder, and Fulton, right? See, I can remember. I'm glad Tommy was there because Tommy can remember. But overall, man, Monday Night Raw was a fun show. Sheamus and Pete Dunne, that good old fashioned Donnybrook, that was a good match. That was a good way to, in my book, that's a good way to end that feud. I feel like they've done enough with it. It was a fun time. So overall, man, Monday Night Raw was a good time. Javon Evans on NXT going up against Randy Orton. Dude, that was huge. That was huge. But they did some crazy stuff for NXT this week. Not to say that they didn't do some crazy stuff last week either. Because last week, man, you had Punk in there refereeing the match for Ethan Page and Trick Williams. I got a feeling we're going to get Punk and Ethan Page as a singles contest for long. Just a thought. Just a thought, man. That's just a thought. I know. I know what y'all are thinking, but look, I like stuff like that. I really do. That would be good. And then Ethan Page and LA Knight, give me that feud, please. Because the microphone work is going to be fantastic, and everybody knows it's going to be good. So Jey Uso shows up this week and eats with Trick Williams. Part of the celebration for him. It was weird, but it worked with Kalani Jordan team with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. That all worked out. And I like the fact that their gear kind of matched. That flow was there. That was pretty cool. Uh, they had a 6-man or a 6-woman matchup against Fatal Influence. What is with these faction and team names, Doc? Like, there's some weird stuff. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in NXT right now, especially you look at Stephanie Vacher showing up, or Vacher. I don't know how to pronounce her name, so somebody. Oh, I can't read your writing either and make it make any more sense. So somebody have to actually tell me how to pronounce her name. But so Gulia got her as backup when she goes up against Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. That's gonna be fun. Tony D. Tony D'Angelo, the Don, defeating Obafemi. Are they going to send Oba to the main, or are they going to send Oba after Trick? What you going to do? Because I want Obafemi and Braun Breaker. I don't need a title on the line for that. I just need the feud. I think that's going to be a money match for years to come. Because both those cats can work. They're both freakishly fast and freakishly strong, and it's fun to watch. So I'm all about it. But big grats to Tony D on that North American title. Dude is going to be awesome as the North American champ. I really do believe he's ready for the main roster, but I also believe he's been ready for that NXT title for about a year. Realistically, look at his promo work, look at the evolution of character, look at the ring work, look at everything. It's all good. They're one of the best factions. The family or whatever has been one of the best things to watch on NXT for a while, as far as like segments and storyline went, because of the way it's delivered. It's like a funny version of The Sopranos. That's probably part of the reason I love it, because I love The Sopranos anyway. Randy Orton, Javon Evans was your main event, but before that you had I hate the fact that they Fraxium is an annoying name. I'm now getting tired of this team. I'm now getting tired of this team. But Frazier and Axiom going up against Waller in Theory. Solid tag match. I do not see Grayson Waller and Austin Theory being in the tag team much more than 3 months. I expect to see somebody get a good face out of this. And if my eyes serve me correctly, it's going to be Austin Theory turning face out of that when that split happens. I like I said, I can see it within the next couple of months. I would prefer to see it in the next couple of weeks. That's just how I vibe with it. Oh my goodness. Pete versus Sheamus in a cricket racket on a pole match. No, there was so much going on. There's so much going on in that matchup. It was awesome. Are you a fan of Frankie Kazarian? Yes, I am. I am a fan of Frankie Kazarian. That's, you know, Ronald Johnson, thank you so much. I got to go grab some stuff for the show. So I appreciate you bringing that up. Okay, give me 1 minute. I need to make an adjustment. There we go. These things are crazy. Oh yeah. I've completely forgot that as well. Da-da-da. Yeah, there's been a lot going on. So we had the hurricane, and then here, and then now there's the hurricane down in Florida, and we're trying to make sure that we have all of our latest and greatest stuff coming up for the indies lined up as well. And there's a lot going on. So we're just trying to be sure that we've got everybody's stuff loaded up, the stuff that we've been trying to, keep posted up for people with, with our bookings and even companies that we're not booked for but we're affiliated with, because we're doing that as well. You got to, recognize that it's not just about what we do, it's what we can do, or what we do actually try to help folks with as well. There's a lot of stuff out there going on, and we will be getting into it shortly. Anyway, but yeah, I am a huge Frankie Kazarian fan. Probably one of the most underrated professional wrestlers in the modern era. Very highly decorated on TNA. I believe he was not utilized properly when he went to AEW. That's me. That's me. Because he went to AEW and did some spot work, but he didn't I don't think he had an actual contract there. But I am a big Frankie Kazarian fan. And Ronald Johnson, please pay attention to later on in the show, roughly around the 9 o'clock hour. We'll be transitioning into some indie stuff. Just because you brought up Frankie, have I got some news for you. Shane Odom. Want to see the walking weapon, Josh Alexander and Chad Gable. Dude, Josh Alexander is another one of those guys that I really enjoy watching. He is a technical genius in the ring. I actually would, if you want me to tell you a dream match of mine, is actually Rhett Titus and Josh Alexander. Here's why I say that. Chad Gable has utilized so much of that crowd pop BS that if you want a real technical prowess, God's honest, gifted professional wrestling match, that's the one for you. That is the one for you right there. I'm telling you what I know. Rhett Titus has got to be one of the. I still stand by. I think he's one of the most talented professional wrestlers. Period. And I also believe that as far as technical goes, I believe that Rhett Titus is the world's best technical wrestler on the planet today. Active wrestler, technical, gifted. I believe that's him. Why I say that is it could be considered a little bit finicky, but everybody's going to go, oh, Daniel Bryan or Chad Gable or this guy or this guy or this guy. Daniel Bryan does this and the crowd reacts. Daniel Bryan's a crowd reaction guy. Rhett is going to bend you and make you scream and make you squeal and make you, you're going to hear cartilage popping and all, yeah, going to hear all that. He's not going to beg the crowd to give him a reaction, which is what Daniel Bryan does. And and don't get me wrong, Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a happy? It doesn't matter. I am saying that as good as Daniel Bryan is, I don't believe he is as good of a technical wrestler as Red Titus is. That's just me. Let's see here. Ethan Page, Uncle Howdy. That doesn't do anything for me. I don't know why. I thought it was setting up West versus Trick. Hey man, that wouldn't be a bad matchup either. Wesley and Trick Williams. Faxium is more annoying of a nickname as the Saint, and that's saying something. Oh, you said as the well, it's not. I'm the Saint, but it's not a nickname. That's not a nickname. That was a handle and a character, actually. It's still, I mean, it still technically is this character. I just give everybody my real name because I stopped caring about people. I was getting messages from God knows where, these people I have no idea about. They were already finding me and stalking my page and everything else. I didn't care. But I was getting messages from people calling me whatever, a-hole, idiot, racist, moron, whatever. And I just don't care. So now I made it simple. That's my real name, and you can find me on social media. If you don't like what I got to say, send me a message and I'll tell you, okay, cool. Does it make you feel better to tell me that you don't like what I have to say? Like, oh, shocker. Everybody has an opinion. It's insanity. We already covered that. You'll be at DPW in Chester for the rest of the month of October. I will be nowhere. More than likely, I will not be at any shows. I mean, I've got shows to advertise for. I am currently not booked again until next month. So there's that. Yeah, I would love to see Rhett versus Alexander at Lenny Boy. Oh, dude, I just don't want to know what that would cost. I really do not want to know what that would cost. Dude, Titus is in fantastic shape. He really is, and diet must be unreal.
The diet is unreal. The guy's a vegetarian. And I learned his workout routine. He gets up early in the morning, right? He gets to the gym, right? And he does back to back to back without stopping different sets of exercises.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop talking. There's something wrong with your audio is like super clippy.
All right, so how about now? No? Better now?
No.
Mic check 1, 2.
No, it's like and not intentionally. It's Yeah, I didn't know how else to explain it to you. It's like, I don't know, bro. That's broke. What are you doing? Like, you need a private soundboard or something. What did you break? Or is it just me? Did y'all hear him clearly and I just heard him messed up? Like, is that what happened? Tommy said, David and Lorenzo, what's up? I don't know, dude. Try it again. What are you doing? Those don't even look like your normal headphones either. They look like something else. He broke something. He shows up late, leaves early. Do you see this? No, you had to mute your favorite TV. Mute your TV for when Damon came on. Okay, see, so it was broke. His audio was messed up. It's like AEW. What is him? I guess. Oh, you think money got enough money? There we go. You said it's like AEW. What are we talking about? Is like AEW, David or me? I'm confused. What are we talking? I'm super confused actually. Um, but then again, that's par for the course for me. I'm always confused. David, I hope you hurry back, man, because we got to finish up this. I did just finish up covering NXT. The only thing I got left to even remotely chat about is AEW, and guess what? I didn't watch. I didn't watch AEW, so I'm hoping you did. Um, I didn't have a chance, dude. Tuesday night was raid night and stuff. And I've been busy. I actually can't do the Meltzer voice. Oh yes, yeah, okay, yep. See, okay, it was broken. His just like AEW, his audio is broken. Got it. It makes perfect sense. Just a small little indie company, man. They're just a small little indie company. You can't expect much more better out of out of AEW. They spent all their money on talent and none on production. I hope to hell you sound good.
Hello.
It's still clippy. It's pulling from more than one audio source. Go into your settings, edit mic settings. Just switch it. Listen very carefully. Switch it to your headset just for now and pull the little mic stick down. I'm telling you, that'll probably fix it because something else has got your audio janky, I think. That's not what we needed. It's not what we needed at all. Oh, you're gonna have to do it from your phone. I'm gonna laugh if you have to do it from your phone. Oh yeah, no doubt about it. That's that Razor logo. That's what that is. That's that Razor logo. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Yeah, 100%. You got that right. That's why we got a mouse with 12 buttons on the side of it. The keyboard's way up here. I can't reach the keyboard from where I'm sitting right now. So that's why I sit back in my recliner like this, and I have these right here, and I just kind of like zoom around. Man, look, I can tell you, there's video game on the other screen, but it don't matter. It's just sitting there. I'm not playing it. It's just sitting there. Um. Oh. Anyway, I gotta sit back up because being funny is one thing, but being professional. Who am I kidding? I'm not professional. Look, you'll be out of frame if you reach for the keyboard. No, I mean not really. Look, I'm still front and center. I pray that worked.
Hello.
No, it did not.
Yeah, bless it. What the hell?
Do you need to restart your computer or something? Or is your internet bad? Your speed's okay, your upload's okay? Because it's just your audio that's trash. Your video's great. It's your audio is 3 shades of hot garbage.
How about now?
It's still bad.
How about now?
It's still bad.
No.
There you go.
There. What?
Yeah, that fixed it. What did you do?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, well, how about this? Don't touch not a nothing. Don't touch
Wow,
anything.
that was dumb. Anyways, as I was saying, Rhett is a freaking animal in the gym. He told me
Yes.
his workout routine. It's like high intensity, like 30 minutes to 45 minutes of him just going from one move to the next nonstop. That's it. And every day it's like he's working like his whole body, then a specific part, and then everything else. Every time I open, he's in his gym clothes, ready to go, ready to start. And yeah, the dude's nuts. He tells me his routine. He's like, yeah, that's why I don't like working out with anybody because they can't keep up. I just keep going. They want to stop and take breaks. I'm like, I don't. He goes in, does the entire workout session, does his sets, leaves.
We need to get him hooked up with Mr. Everything, Roosevelt.
Yeah, I think that's probably the only guy who'd probably
I want to see
be
them
on
two
his
go-
level. Just
So
work
two
out with
things.
each other.
Number one, I want to see a match with them two in it. That's first and foremost. I want that
Yes.
matchup to happen. Somebody needs to book that. Hey, and remember, your guys at the Wrestling Wire said that would be a banger, and it needs to happen here in the Indies. So as long as you give us credit for, for saying, "Hey, look, book this match. It's gonna be really good," you'll be fine. Hey, if Tony Khan can get away with it for an entire show for 5 years, saying, "Hey, just throw bangers out there," you can do it for one. You can do it for one to have Rhett Titus and Roosevelt go at each other.
Roosevelt,
Okay.
Roosevelt.
Oh, somebody said Roosevelt, so I went
Roosevelt.
with that. I don't know. It sounded more regal that way. Okay.
Roosevelt.
Yes. That proper right there, man.
No,
That
I did
proper.
not get to watch. I thought it wasn't. There was baseball game going on, so I don't think they went live.
They didn't go on Wednesday. They went on Tuesday. And get this. Mercedes Monet. I think it's Mercedes Monet and John Moxley, or Mercedes Monet, Brian Anderson, John Moxley, somebody. Ain't never been on a show that drew less than 400,000 views until Wednesday.
Mm.
And ain't never done less than something in the demographic. They got like 0.10 in the demographic, like 360 or 380,000 views. NXT on the CW, still a cable TV channel, I think, got 830 something thousand views. It was like it wasn't even close. It wasn't even they weren't even at 50% of what the views were for NXT. So I didn't watch AEW. I can't help that. It is what it is. I don't care. You want to see Rhett? Ooh, that's not bad. Versus Facade? Yeah, Rhett and Facade.
That was the Neon Ninja. Yeah.
Yes. You don't understand the trade in AEW with Jake Roberts and Don Callis.
That's true.
I'm not sure. I don't generally watch AEW. I try to throw some info out there when I do, but bruh,
I've been getting better at watching it. I was doing other stuff, unfortunately, and I didn't get a chance to watch it and sit down.
Last week was the Hurricane, and then this week was NXT was on.
So. Yeah, and that was like one thing I heard that it did. They did have to scramble and reschedule a lot of the matches. Because of that, Willow was supposed to go one-on-one with somebody, became a triple threat match. She won. That's all I know at the moment that I can recall. But yeah.
What is this? Whenever NXT and AEW go up against each other, AEW always loses the battle. No, that's not entirely accurate. AEW and NXT used to go head to head every night for a year or some mess. I don't know how long it was, and most of the time AEW won. Wrestle Dream predictions? No, I don't have any Wrestle Dream predictions. That would have required me to watch it. I can go play the dartboard game and just pick winners throughout, but I don't want to do that. We have other stuff. Okay. Don Callis got Lance Archer. Jake got Roosh in his group. Okay. I don't. Yeah, I don't get that. That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand that at all. Tried to make sure I watched The Wire live. I don't remember last time I watched AEW live. Right. Right. You see that?
Wow.
People go out of their way to pay attention to us and not other. Look, he is missing Impact TNA right now because we're on air. So, Tommy, right here, brother, right here. But look, we're getting dangerously cheesy, close to that 9 o'clock hour, my man. So we got some business to discuss. We got some things that we need to put out there. First and foremost, thank you everybody for tuning in. We're going to start with that. About 2 months ago, a whole bunch of Facebook indie wrestling drama got to getting on there. And it was everywhere. There was 4 beefs going on social media at the same time. 4.
When is there not beef going on?
Well, no. I'm talking about just in the indie scene right here in the Carolinas, just like right here in our backyard. Like I knew every player involved. That 4 of them at the same time, and I knew all of them. Well, that was involved, and I'm like, this is dumb. One of them straight up came out after, bro. This cat put a promo out, and he's like, this isn't a promo, this is a video. And I'm telling y'all the truth about this promotion. And I'm telling you the truth about this guy who came in and acted like a leader. And he came in and tried to tell everybody what to do. And he came in and did all this and tried to shake it up. And look at the crowd. The crowd's done shrunk. And all this and put out real names and everything. It wasn't 10 days later that he came out and they were like, we worked y'all. No, dude, you worked yourself. All you did was expose the business and make everybody look stupid. You just made both companies that y'all were talking about, the person who you said's a booker, you called him some deathmatch something or other. Everything. You made everybody look dumb, including yourself. I'm sorry, dog, but this is the dumb stuff that's going on in the indies. There's legit feuds, and then you tried to say, hey, let's make a beef so we can get in on this heat. But people don't care about you like they do them, dog. They don't like you like that.
No. If you're going to do any beefs, do it in a promo. Do it in a promo and sell some tickets. Right.
Well, see, and
whatever beef, if there's any, as I say, controversy creates cash, but I say, don't air out your dirty laundry. Don't air it out on social media.
Well, that's the other side of this.
Be professional. There's a reason why it's called professional wrestling. Because all in all, you're making yourself look bad. You're making the company you work with look bad. If you put your personal stuff out there, just keep it to wrestling.
You and I had a conversation last night, and I told you that tonight I was like, we're going to unveil some things, but I'm going to tell everybody. I'll tell them straight up right now. I'm going scorched earth on this one because I just don't care anymore. There's so much dumb out there. No. I don't. I legit don't care. And we'll get to why I don't care very soon. I'm going to drop that bombshell too. My footage, so I had to lean forward. Sorry.
I was about to say, like, what the fuck are you doing?
I could have turned my chair and scratched it on the desk like this, but then it moves the camera. You see the camera shaking a little bit? Okay, I don't want to do all that. Yeah, you see, I'm trying to be professional. See, professional wrestling indie podcast, professional wrestling podcast. We're just a small little indie company. Anyway, listen. Right, I do a lot of things, but you have got veterans and new guys in this game, right? Teachable moments, coaching moments, all good things. Going out there and putting out backstage info on social media is yet again not a wise decision in my estimation. All you're doing is exposing exposing the business. You are taking the magic out of the moment. I get that people have problems. I get that things need to be exposed. I get that. Expose like people doing really bad business, like promoters not paying guys. Expose that. Exposed. I don't care. The people doing a line on the toilet seat, the bathroom at the show. Expose that. I don't care. Hold on. Time out. Exposed the girl getting the train ran on her in the gorilla tent at an outdoor show. Expose that. I don't care. But for God's sakes, why are you going to expose? Yeah. Long story short, I swear to God. Remember I told you I had to carry a gun?
That's the afterward. That's
You remember that one time I told you I had to carry a gun at a wrestling show? Because I was like, damn, I don't like where I'm going. All right, then. That didn't happen at that show, but that's where I heard about it. I was like, no, sir. This is not for me. I am not down with this mess. This is wrong. Okay. And look, I feel bad, Tommy. I'm so sorry right now. I know you're innocent, so you're out there looking up. What does that mean? And
don't, Tommy. For your own,
don't look it up. Don't look it up because it's not Thomas the Train. This, I swear, it is not Thomas the Train, my friend. Listen,
it's not the hype train either.
No, it's not the Drew Train.
Moving on. On that note,
yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Cheese and rice. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Listen. Oh, I'm getting hot. I need a fan on in here. I wish I could turn the AC off from my phone.
Yeah, he did.
I'm getting overheated in here. Yeah.
Choo.
It
reminds me. Major Payne, do you want me to tell you the story of the little engine that could choo?
Oh no, I didn't say getting railed on. Well, Tommy, stop. That's not nowhere near. Just relax, bud. Just relax.
Moving on.
Anyways,
but
y'all want to expose stuff? Expose stuff like that. Don't expose guys for getting in an argument backstage. Who cares? It is an ego-driven, testosterone-filled debauchery and pranks and all that. It's a bunch of BS in the back. None of the You don't. That's not good for business. By exposing the business, you're taking the magic out of the moment that the fans get to see in the ring, and I just think it's dumb. I don't like it. I really don't enjoy that. I think it's awful. So that's my beef for what's going on in the indies. Now, another one, and this is going to hurt feelings, and I'm sorry if it hurts.
You could you know what really we call this segment. You know what really grinds gears. We'll just call it that.
You can call it whatever you want. I've gotten a couple phone calls about, hey man, would you come work this show? Nah, I'm good. Whether it's the money or whether it's whatever. There are some cases, my friend, and I told you this last night, I believe. I'm pretty sure it was last night. They should take our promo picture where you and I are holding a microphone and kind of like this when we were in Tennessee. They should take that and make it the poster because the rest of their poster looks like hot garbage. You have got what looks like index cards laying across a sheet, and that's your pictures of the wrestlers. And, dude, what is it going to take for people to realize that you need a decent – you ain't got to spend a stupid amount of money on a graphic artist. That's not why I turned down shows. I turned down shows because I just don't want to do it. I'm not going to lie. A booking is a booking. No, it's not. A booking's not a booking. A, I've already got stuff to do. And B, I'm not going to take the booking if I don't want to anyway. And C, the money's got to be right for me to do anything anyway. That's another
true.
That's another topic. That's another topic we'll get to that one shortly before we go into the indie segment. The true indie spotlight segment that we do. Bro, your poster. If your poster looks like the kindergarten class over here did it, and they were scared of oh God, I was getting ready to say something really dumb, and I'm not going to. I'm trying to get right, so I'm not going to do that.
Glue? Let's just say
no. I was going to say Uncle Geppetto, not Geppetto, but Geppetto, in the corner over there at the kindergarten class trying to coach kids how to make a poster for wrestling. Yeah, yep. I was going to, yeah. You see, that's why I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I was going to, and I articulated what I was going to do, but I didn't. So the kindergarten class over here is doing their finger painting and their the thing where they cut it out and glue it, and that looks like your wrestling poster.
That's called a collage.
Awful.
That's called a collage, you uncultured swine.
Dude,
and it's a art form.
But the finger painting, finger painting was weird because it was brown, which means one of the kids probably got it from their seat and went like, yeah, and that's what their poster looks like. Is yeah, it looks awful.
What Ron is trying to say it is in his incoherent rant of anger and frustration is invest some time into your posters, because that's the first thing the fan is going to see, and the first thing that's going to make him decide, I want to go see that show. It's the very first door and exposure your promotion is going to see is your poster.
It is. A wise promoter and a promoter that doesn't lose his butt on everything he does once told me that the poster, your flyer, is the front door to your show. And I've taken that to God's honest gospel. And brother, I'll tell you flat out who said it. It was Jimmy Ward. And to this day, he's right. Jimmy and I don't see eye to eye on everything, but he's right about that. And I will tell you every day that he's right about that. And a lot of people will tell you, man, he's got some good looking posters. We're going to see some of his posters and stuff here in a few minutes.
He is. All right. That's cool.
Yeah. Finger painting can be good, but I'm saying kindergarten finger painting is what these posters look like that are done by 20, 30, 40-year-old men, women, or whatever, big children even, because they have zero method of acting like an adult in their brain. But that's a whole nother topic of conversation. We're not getting into that. The reality is this, guys. I've been getting tagged in stuff that I'm not involved in. I've been getting tagged for shows that I have zero affiliation with. And I understand why. I get it. I got an audience, whatever. That's not how this works. It is not how it works. You can't just tag me, and you can't just tag David and say, oh yeah, we'll accept that tag. And no.
I mean, I don't mind the tag. I don't mind the tags.
I decline them. I'd say, no, remove tag. Don't tag me in this mess. Do you know why? Because I didn't make an agreement with you. I didn't make an agreement to work this show. I didn't make an agreement to advertise for you. You didn't ask me if it was okay. That's how business works. Treat it like a business. Don't act like a jabroni. Act like you got some sense. Come to somebody with some decorum.
Some decorum.
Come at somebody with some respect.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think too, Tommy. Like we're getting tagged because people are like, hey, this guy should probably know about the show.
I'm not cool.
Or if people feel like we would add to a show, I feel like that's why most of the tags that we get, hey, I need an announcer, I need this.
No, that's not why. That is not why. I'm not being tagged being asked to work a show. No. I'm being tagged by somebody trying to get their show announced further in the thing to get people on there. They're trying to use my name to get people to see their post. No, it don't work that way. Hey, look right here. There's these things there's these things. It's this green piece of paper. It's got dead people on it. You give me some of that, and we'll talk about how to do this. But you gotta give me some. You gotta give me some ducats to make
what. That is awesome.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. Scotty Brooks. He did tell us.
He told us he was going to be on TNA Impact. He's on Impact. Scotty is going to be around later on this month. He is going to come back to the show for a little guest appearance and tell us about some of this TNA stuff. I'm excited for that. But, dude, people can tag me all they want. I decline most of them unless I unless I really do, work with that company or really work with that person, I decline them. I mean, that's just how it is. Dude, green paper with dead people on it, right? Hey, look.
I like me some dead presidents. Hold
Right.
on. No, wait. No.
They were.
I don't think that through. Sorry about that.
That was a movie. That was a movie, right? Dead Presidents was a movie.
Yeah. I didn't think that through.
but there was a band called the Presidents of the United States, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah. Peaches was their song. And no, not the Peaches from the Mario movie. Peaches, millions of peaches. Peaches for me was their song like 20, 30 years ago. Great stuff. Anyway, so here's the long and short of it, folks. This is kind of the big breaking news for both David Estacado and myself. First and foremost, the Wrestling Wire is not going anywhere. It is not going anywhere. It will still be here. It will still be available, and there will be, content coming out. However,
I've seen that movie, but I don't think it's the movie that you've seen. I read the book, but then I saw a movie thinking it was the movie about the book, but it was a completely different beach.
I don't remember. I remember the movie and I remember the book, but I don't remember what he's referring to. That's not what I was talking about.
Yeah, sorry. But go on.
Anyway, sorry. But so, like I say, the show is not going anywhere. However,
we're not. We're just being reformatted, I guess is the
word. No. We're not being reformatted. No. We're not being reformatted. We are being forced into a position of change on a personal level. And
undesirably put in a situation I didn't want to be
in. Yeah. But the cream will rise to the top. Now, here's the long and short of it, guys. Your boy over here, Mr. Estacado, everybody needs to throw their hands up and clap for my man right here, because my man got accepted to a cool program for UVA. He's going to be going to school, doing some medical stuff, and it's dope, and it's awesome. But what that means is he's got to relocate. He's got to move. So there's time away for that. And then there's, if you move, that means your bookings are further away, or you ain't gonna be able to make them because college and medical schoolings and things like. That's just David's side. Now my side. I am anticipating a phone call at any minute telling me I got to pack my car and I got to head out of town as well. I do not work for this company that's written on my shirt. This was a shirt I was wearing today because I was out working. I could get a phone call that says, "Hey man, I need you to come to Florida right now, and I'll be gone for a couple weeks," because that's the life we live in. We live in this ever-changing, ever-evolving world. Most people don't know, and as of right now, I really don't care. I haven't actually had a full-time legit job since July. I haven't had a real job since July. My company did a massive layoff. I don't really care. But they did a huge layoff they offered to relocate us, and I god awful no, didn't want to go anywhere they wanted me to go. I had 3 choices and they all sucked. But either way, so I have been working. But I've been doing just fine. I've been making shows, been doing things, been here, been there, been playing games, I've been everywhere, taking care of everything. It didn't matter. And I still do random things on the outside. I got a piece of heavy equipment, chainsaws, all this stuff. Oh, this hurricane was so much fun. God, it was like being back in a war zone. I loved it. It was
let's rephrase that you put in your time and effort in helping out during the storm, and you had a blast because you were working out and you were kind of releasing some aggression. Let's rephrase that. But that's what he meant to say.
Well, yeah, I had a great time being out there in the mud and the mess during the hurricane, because it put me back in a frame of mind where I was able to mindlessly, focus on something tangible where I had to pay attention, because it's, you can get hurt real quick, die out there. You can get electrocuted, or a tree can fall or whatever. I had to focus, so I had to shut everything in my personal life, going through a divorce and all this other madness of bullshit that I'm dealing with, off and focus on surviving. And it was great to feel like I was back in I was more in my element there. So I was super happy with that. But either way, so like I said, I get a phone call that says I got to get the hell out of here. I got to pack bags and leave. I got 2 bags over, in the closet. I got to pack them both in the hall, but out of here. If that phone call happens, that phone call happens. And I can't help it because I'm not going to be here to run the show. Maybe a little bit of that, but I also felt, I'm not going to lie, I also felt like Shane from The Walking Dead.
Of course he was like Shane.
Because, and here's why. You see, Rick, he ain't built for this world. Because a lot of people, man, proved it during this last hurricane. They are not built for this world the way that went. They couldn't handle this life. They couldn't handle it. It was proven here, right here, Spartanburg. It was proven. I don't know what happened up in North Carolina because North Carolina got way more worse waylaid than we did. No joke about it. That's a whole different ball game. Them mountain folks is hard. Okay, they some hard people up there in the mountain. Down here, it wasn't that bad. It really was not that bad. But there were some people here who just proved that they couldn't handle this world. And I was thriving in it. I was loving being in the environment where it felt like everything was hard again. I liked it. I liked it. So, like I say, anyway, getting back to the main point of things, there's going to be shows where we're not going to be able to make them because we won't be there anymore. And there's going to be shows here where some nights it'll be David by himself. Some nights it'll be me by myself. Some nights we'll both be here, and then other nights nobody will be here, and we won't have a show. It's going to happen. It is going to happen as we progress through this. This is a whole new ball game for him. It's a whole new ball game for me.
Yeah.
So it's like, these are
just financially. I can't be making the North Carolina bookings, and it sucks. I actually had a couple of people upset with me. I'm like, I'm sorry. Life happened. You were told of this, but it's nothing personal. It's just I just can't make it, and I'm sorry.
Here's the thing. I can make a lot of things happen when the money's there to support the decision. I don't know what people really expect out of anybody. Indie wrestling is a weird thing because there's some people in this game that are like, oh man, you get exposure here. You should work for free. Bruh, no, this is not that age.
The exposure bucks.
Yeah, that doesn't count anymore. We get more exposure on social media than we do at an indie show. An indie show is 100 people. Social media's, we get thousands a week. I don't want to hear that. I never want to hear that again. Ever. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. More exposure at an indie show. What kind of drugs are you on? You can cut promos. Look, you could be a wrestler and cut straight promos, one a week for 9 months and never have a match. And I bet you will have more followers than if it was the opposite way. You cut no promos and worked a match a week for 9 months. Which one you think is going to have more followers?
The one that cuts more promos. That's just
now.
That's it.
Oh, did you lose money going to that show that didn't pay you? You damn right you did. You know why? Because you bought your gear, you bought your food, you drove to the venue, and you used your time. That joker right there costs more money than anything else. Time costs more than anything else on this planet. The moment you are born, your clock is counting down, not up. You don't have more time. You have time running out. Time is the most valuable thing. There's no doubt about it.
That's true.
And
I'll give you that. Yeah.
And I am not going to waste my time on anybody or anything that doesn't bring me peace, joy, love, and money. And not necessarily in that order either. Some days things move around in there. You know what I'm saying? But I heard her giggle. I love it. Hi, Kate. I love you. I'm gonna.
I just hear the little giggle. I'm like,
I'm gonna have that redhead laughing so hard she's gonna snort, and we're gonna hear it on air, and that's
yes,
gonna be funny as hell.
yes,
I can't wait. I can't freaking wait. An Italian ginger redhead. She's like the greatest person ever.
she is.
She
She's pretty
is
dope.
totally one of my favorite people. She is absolutely one of my favorite people.
You all right?
She's getting ready to cover her face or plug her nose. I don't know what she's doing,
but yeah, it's gonna get crazy. Doesn't mean the wrestling wire is going away. We're just gonna redo stuff. We're gonna try to keep it weekly. We'll see how that goes. But
yeah,
I don't know what my schedule is gonna be like. With the classes right now, I do know that I'm gonna be doing 3 days of classwork, and the rest is just be clinicals. That's all I know. I know that those are going to vary depending on what kind of shifts are available. I do know I'll probably end up having some weekends off, but that's probably going to just be used to kind of relax and try to, recuperate from the long week. Now, if anybody needs some commentary, just let me know. Just give me some time. It'll get back to you. I'm just trying to finish up all the projects that I have going right now and finishing those out before we end up leaving, so I can get that out of the way. But yeah, there's some stuff that I will probably end up doing a lot more remotely when it comes to certain things. But those that know, the promoters that know, I'm going to finish out and finish my obligations. Just all I'm asking is I need 16 weeks. Just I need to pass. I need to pass this class, and then I'll get a set schedule, and I'll go back to whatever. But like Ron says, it's gonna have to make sense. I probably won't be taking any bookings that are about more than 3 hours away. The only ones I compromise because they're local. So yeah,
I'll make bookings wherever you want to pay me to go, but the key word there is this: pay me to go. I try to be cool. I try to be chill. I try to let everybody,
chill. Like I said that.
I try, man. I try.
Chill.
I want everybody to be able to get the same vibe, man.
Yeah. So just that's all I ask. I'm going to put my heart and say into this, and I will be back.
Oh yeah.
And
I mean, he ain't going nowhere anyway, but
yeah, just yeah, true. Make it make sense. Get paid what you're worth, and that's kind of. I'm glad that I'm working with people close nearby who actually see that and will make that happen. I will still keep promoting. I'll probably still keep doing this. I'll probably change the format, something myself personally, since I'm not going to be in the area, just to help out the ones who did believe in me and do help me out. I'll probably do like a weekend rundown. This is what's happening in the weekend. Do it. Go check it out. But I won't be doing like exclusive stuff like we used to as much. But you'll still get some exposure, at least on my side of things.
I mean, I gotta check some stuff out. Okay, this is old. I think this is old.
Yep. That was an awesome show. I just got the video for that, so I'm going to do the commentary for that later.
Nice.
Kevin Pierce, if you're watching, heads up, buddy.
This old, this new. Oh, this is current.
That's this weekend. That's this weekend.
We'll keep that
and there's going to be a Halloween Halloween costume contest.
Dude,
so the matches has already been set for that.
So we still got lots to talk about.
Let's just wrap it up then.
Say it, make it, say it again so everyone in the back hears you. Oh, that's no problem. I'll say it again. I will do whatever you want me to do as far as traveling to your show, ring announcing, commentary, whatever. I don't care. I'll do whatever you need, and we'll do the podcast promotion, and I'll share the hell out your flyer, whatever you want. But you're gonna have to pay me enough. The days of doing stuff on the cheap and on the free and on the low are gone, because now our time. So that's the thing. Remember, I was talking earlier about time. The cost of our time has gone up.
Skipping into the future.
The cost of our time has gone up. Is the issue. Our time is now less expendable. Our time is now, we have less of it to use. So therefore, in order to make it make sense for everybody involved, and believe me, I will go ahead and make this perfectly clear. And I want this visual right here where I'm looking dead at the center of this camera, and I hope you guys can see my eyes. I hope you can see my eyes and understand that the truth is coming out of me. I don't need this. I did this because I loved it. I did it for an escape from a reality that I was living in. Never been more clear right here. I've never been more clear in all my life. Right here. Oh, I feel so much better. I feel so much better right here. When the mind is clear, the heart is happy, and the soul is enlightened. My brother, my God, I feel so much better. I'm not lying.
Okay, there, brotherly love.
I don't need this. I don't need it like I did. I thought I needed it. I like doing this because it's a great way for me to get out with my kids and go do stuff. It really is. It really is. Bro, what the? Why are you sending me? What is this? I already got that. Leave me alone.
No, but you didn't get the.
I'm not doing this. No, wrong show. This is Thursday. That should have been a Tuesday or a Wednesday thing. No, not doing it. We ain't got time for all this.
No, I wasn't gonna do all that, you goofball. I was just like, hey, these are the matches, because I didn't know what the match cards are. Now I have them.
Yeah, you have them. So good. You can look at them. I don't care. And Scott, man, look, appreciate you, Scott Larson. Oh, there's a whole nother piece. Before we hit this anything, I got one more thing to say to everybody out there, because God, this is another thing that really needed to be said. Scott Larson ran hashtag truth like 500 episodes or some 600 episodes, maybe more. I don't know, but he did a lot of it. Scott was an originator with his format. Scott's format was Scott's format. Tom Clark's main event show been around for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. I don't know how long it's been around. It's been around a long time. He's done 400 plus shows. I don't know. Watch his show on Friday, 4:00 right here on Facebook. And I think he'll tell you how many shows he's done. He'll probably tell you. It might be written in a little ticker across the bottom. I don't recall. Tom is a professional broadcaster. He went to school for this stuff. He is a real writer. That's a whole nother level of something we're not, something I'm not. I am not on that level. I am not a broadcaster. I am just a dude who had some money and an opinion and was like, hey, let's do this. And that's what we did. And it turned into something called the Wrestling Wire. It's been a blast. No matter what, I love it. I love all the followers we got. Everybody that interacts with me. Love it all. Scott has been nothing but a blessing to me. In the amount of time I've known him, always had great opinions. We've always had great conversations, great back and forth about what we do and why everything's so different. When you guys watch all these up and comers for podcasting coming out of the woodwork, and there were so many of them that came up. Oh my God, there was up and there was this and there was that. It was just so many different people came out of the woodwork, and I'm a wrestling podcaster. Trying to mock Dave Meltzer and do their star ratings over here. Trying to emulate exactly what we did over there and fail miserably. By the way, I will tell you, failed miserably. Piss poor representation of what David and I did. I don't care. good luck.
You're a
Our
little contradicting me, but okay.
no. I don't care that they tried to copy us because they failed. If they had tried to copy us and actually succeeded, I would have been like, hey, good job. You successfully made what we did work. But what we already did already worked. You took a working product and failed. That doesn't make any sense. That just shows how bad they are. But I don't care that they tried to copy us. I care that they failed doing it. If they had succeeded, hey, man, hey, look, you're welcome. You're welcome for the ingredients to make this work. You're welcome. We did this for you. You're welcome for the platform. But, jabronis as they are, it is what it is. I don't care. Go tune into whatever show you want to watch. Go watch what you want to watch. Go talk to whoever you want to talk to. Enjoy it. Enjoy their show. If you like them, enjoy them. I can tell you one thing. I've seen enough of the podcast in my life and time in the last several years because I used to watch everybody's stuff to make sure we weren't copying somebody else and we weren't built like everybody else. I can't. I always wanted us to be different, and we stuck to that. And I am damn proud of you and I for doing what we did. No matter what, the body of work we've had has been freaking phenomenal. It doesn't matter whether anybody wants to give us the credit for what we did. Who cares? It's not the point. Anyway, listen, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get to wrapping this up. I'm going to need another drink.
Yeah. That was like a 20-minute rant.
Oh, it was every bit of 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah. No, but I mean, look, I don't say that because I don't know if we can. We don't own the copyright for a format how stuff works. I don't. We just work with a bunch of podcasters, and we're in a group of podcasting. And I'm all about collabing and working with
the people that we're in the group with is one thing, but with people that just watched our stuff and emulated it and tried to claim it as their own, that's a whole different ballgame, and they can bow down. Oh, by the way, wait, hold on. Hey, where are they at right now? Not making podcasts anymore. They're not doing the same thing no more. They ain't doing it. Different direction. Do you know why? Because they failed. Anyway. Dude, you can try to be nice, but I told you I'm going scorched earth tonight. I am not going to tolerate that crap anymore. No, sir.
All right.
I could get a phone call that takes me out of the state and I wouldn't be able to say this. You know
that's why you're doing it. That's why you're doing it. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So it could be that you might not come back to the Wrestling Wire is what you're saying. That's a possibility.
Exactly.
All right. Okay.
I might just pay for it until, whenever, but that's it. I don't care. Yeah. We pay for this ourselves. Doesn't matter. This is what we do.
They doubled in price. Jesus Christ. It doubled in price.
Oh yeah. I sent you a new thing. We're going to go investigate that new program that I sent you today. We're going to go.
Yeah. I thought that's where you did the show from. And I'm like, I can't get into this shit. What the fuck?
No. Sir, you have officially cussed more than I have. Congratulations. I have, and there's people who have watched my show and have been like, "Hey, man, I noticed you're not cussing as much." And I'm like, "Well, there's a thing about that. I'm trying to clean up. I'm trying to get right."
All right, let's just get into this rundown. Because you've been rambling. Dude. You've been rambling, and we just lost like 3 viewers because there goes Ron again.
Oh well, it's all good. Thank you. Shout out XWW. It's getting late. Kids are going to bed. XWW, we appreciate y'all always. We're on the Roku network. So be sure you're checking out XWW's ExtremeTVOnline.com. Be a subscriber, be a pal, and watch our show there too.
Shout out to the lovely Miss Kate from Red Headed Witch Designs. We are currently putting pre-orders and orders on hold, but we are selling all the current inventory she has. She has handmade stainless steel jewelry and crochet projects ready to go. So if you want or are interested in any of that, please reach out to Red Headed Witch Designs on all social medias. And don't forget, we still got 5 little Lorenzos up for adoption. You know that you would like to take the little Lorenzo home with you. If you want to be part of the Llama Legion, get yourself a little Lorenzo.
Right. Most definitely. Hey, man, look, so we're going to run down this real quick because we got a lot to cover and not a lot of time to cover it.
Bibbity
Actually, I don't
body,
care.
bibbity bobbity body slams is this weekend. It's going to be an amazing matchup. And I finally got the cards for it. So these are the matches that are going to be there. So real quick, it is going to be Jamari Jace versus the Wolf, the Alpha Wolf. Sorry, but my money is on Mr. previously known as Christian Price. And then we have Nate Burnham versus Aaron Biggs for the FWA Heavyweight Championship. That's going to be an amazing matchup. That's going to be a huge clash.
I got Biggs and I got Jamari Jace as well.
That's the poster again for some reason. My bad. And then the women's ALW Women's Championship is on the line. The AP, the annual passer, Audrey Allen versus Riley Rose. That is going to be a brutal women's matchup.
Audrey Allen.
I would say she's going to retain. Then we have some tag team matches. Reek and Jakami versus Metallico and Buddy. YTB versus THC for the FWA Tag Team Championships. Look, Reek and Jakami, they are a force to be reckoned with. We have touched base on a couple things. We probably don't agree on how things should run in a match, but you know what? I got to respect the hustle. But Metallico and Buddy, they're on a whole nother level. They're usually on a higher level. So that's going to be interesting.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
That's comedy gold.
It is. Restream, same format, $19 a month. There's a problem with Restream, but we will I'll get to you. You and I, listen, Scott, you and me, we'll talk. We'll talk. There's a problem with Restream that I have, but I'll get to you eventually. Cosplay Wrestling Universe returns. Waxhaw Tap House next Friday night. Yeah, Friday, October 18th. They will be there. So be sure you go check them out. And they do not have that TV guest ring announcer I was talking about. That kind of fell out. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, you guys go check out Cosplay Wrestling Universe at Waxhaw Tap House. It's going to be a great time. Your favorite horror characters will battle it out in the ring. Now, that's your Friday night. Saturday night, I got to tell you about this. And, dude, this to me is freaking cool. Where is my other poster, though? I am missing a flyer. I need a moment. Why is my flyer gone? David, did you delete a flyer?
No. Me no touch you.
You didn't have it? That's not the one. Is this one? I'm looking for a flyer here. But anyway, David, do me a favor and read that for the folks at home.
Hurricane Helen donations.
Helene.
Items needed for those impacted. Diapers. Bro, that is very blurry. Formula bottles, baby food, non-perishable food items, snacks, water, Gatorade, toothbrushes, toothpaste, deodorant, first aid kits, Benadryl, coats, sweaters, thermals, blankets, beanies, gloves, socks, sleeping bags, flashlights, batteries, phone chargers, hair ties, hygiene products. Monetary donations can be sent to the Cash App and Venmo,
Cash
Hurricane
Venmo,
Helen in subject. Donation team and deliveries, Travis Mathis and Tiffany Cole.
Yeah, so those two are collecting donations to take up to Asheville, North Carolina. So that's going to be awesome. Now, what is funny about this is actually tied in, and when I screenshotted this, I was hoping I would get the entire post, but unfortunately I didn't. This is actually related to this show right here. If you show up this weekend to Super Clash with your donation of items, you get into the show for free. You don't even have to pay to get into the show now. You can bring an item to donate, and Super Clash will, the AWL, the American Wrestling League, will allow you in for that. That's going to be, in my opinion, that's awesome. I think it's great. Oh, that's the wrong daggone. That's why that one's null and void.
Gone. Okay.
Yep, that's null and void. That was my fault. But yeah, so that's Super Clash coming up. They've got some great matches. You've got Jackson Insane versus Mad Dog Josh Powers, I believe, is still on for this weekend. You've got Nick Fury going up against Don Furio. That's going to be a fantastic matchup. You got the new Soul Patrol over there. Man, there's some serious talent on this. Nikki Chooch is on the card. Kid Kush is here. Crucifix. There's all kinds of talent. Y'all, it's going to be a great show, and you're able to donate to help out in the recovery efforts from Hurricane Helene. It's a great cause, and you get a great night of wrestling, and I know the canteen's going to be hot because Miss KC don't miss with that canteen. I'm telling you what I know. I won't be there. Unfortunately, I was actually booked for a wedding prior to being booked for the wrestling show. At any rate, this is you, my man.
All right. Insurgents Pro Wrestling Fright Night at the Armory, October 19th. That's going to be in Eden, North Carolina, at Henry Street. It's going to be a crazy, spooky night of awesome wrestling. Tyler Bruins, Jakami, and let's see, Baby Lotion's going to be there. TDT, Mr. Moonshine's going to be there. Angel AOK is going to be there. It's going to be a crazy night. At the same time as well, if you could take that off the screen real quick. Well, I have one more. I don't have a poster for it. I'm going to be at the Amherst Fair on the 19th, where SSP Strong Style Pro will be having wrestling on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night back to back. Come to the fair, see some wrestling that same night. It looks like I may be double booked for that. We'll figure something out, but I have to be in touch with those promoters.
Yeah, you need to go ahead and get on the phone, buddy.
And then October 26th, ladies and gentlemen, that weekend, hold on to your dookie because it's about to get spooky. CCW presents Fear Fest. This is the poster. Is going to be fantastic. There's going to be a Cage of Carnage. That is the opening matchup, ladies and gentlemen. A steel cage match for the women's championship is going to be at a bar. Tickets are $25. You can get them at the following QR code. Bada bing, bada boom. Scan that, get your tickets, or you can send them to the Cash App for RVA Wrestling. Hit me up for more details for that if you want to get tickets. If you do get tickets, make sure you put Wrestling Wire or The Wire or Davin just to let them know that you got the tickets from us. We'll see what I can do for y'all. But that's going to be at the Parlay Lounge in Richmond, Virginia. Definitely check it out. It's going to be a good old time. Wrestling, beer, steel cage. What more can you ask for?
All right. This show right here was originally slated for earlier in October. It has now been changed. This is November the 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's November 2nd. I will get that confirmed, but be sure you're checking out Heroes to Legends Wrestling Shop with a Cop. It was supposed to be October 5th. It's now November. Like I said, I think it's November 2nd. Pretty sure I got that date right. Be sure you're keeping your eyes on that one. I'm almost positive it's the 2nd because I was asked to work a show on the 9th, and I could. But anyway, that's now November 2nd. So if you bought your tickets in advance, you could I'm sure they're still good. All seats are $10, and it goes to a good cause. It goes to Jackson County, so it'll help them out tremendously. My man Ronald Johnson earlier was asking about Frankie Kazarian. Well, my friend, look at this right here. In Marion, North Carolina, November the 16th, Frankie Kazarian from TNA will be wrestling Spotlight Scotty Brooks in a last man standing match. Of all things, it is going to get wild as HWA presents Collision Course. Angel Angels is going to be there. Chris Hamrick, Mickey Richards, Whiskey Business, Caleb Crocker, and Big Country. Dude, this is going to be fun. I cannot wait for that show. I really cannot wait for that show. It's going to be a blast. I'm really looking forward to it. Coming up also in November, you will have a live internet pay-per-view. That's Sunday, November 17th, live at 7:30 p.m. XWW presents Death to the Queen. It is a annual deathmatch tournament. Good God, it's going to get dangerous.
That's gonna
And
be
the
awesome freaking show, man. Like, and it's live. Oh,
yeah, it's gonna be a
XWW
live
is gonna
pay-per-view.
do it. Manny Mac, you got some magic going there. I'm just saying.
Manny Mac has got the sack, and I don't mean money. Okay, he's got more balls to do what he does and produce the crap that the stuff he produces than most people. He believes in his product so hard. He's dude. I know what this crap costs. I know what pay-per-view and live streaming and the machines and the computer and the internet, all that costs to do this.
It's a
I
lot.
know what the money involved is. This dude's got. I'm not saying he's got disposable money. I'm saying he's investing in his product because he's got the faith in his product, and I love it. Absolutely,
Not
love
only
it.
just the faith in his product, it's the faith in his
Faith,
talent.
faith
And
in
he
his
has
talent.
faith in his talent and he
Yeah,
sets up an environment where they are free to create, free to put on these matches and tell these stories, and you can see it in every single match.
yep, that's right. And then later on in the year, the X Awards will be happening. So eventually after the 15th is the X Awards show, I will probably be at the X Awards. But they'll get broadcast whenever they get broadcast because they've got to edit it, because I promise you the stuff that happens on there is not suitable for general population consumption. That's just how it is. Anyway, so check this out. We had a couple of comments. Thank you guys for a great show. Dave, good luck with your classes. Ron, love your opinions.
David,
Thank you, Scott. He
thank
said
you.
he said I 100% hit the nail on the head. Wow. That's scary that I hit the nail on the head, David. That's horrifying. Whiskey Business will make collision course. HWA fan club president. Oh my goodness. So I'm guessing Scott Larson is going to be in Marion, North Carolina. Here we go again. This will be fun. I actually can't wait. That's going to be a really fun show. And that is it for this week's episode, ladies and gentlemen. We kept it under 2 hours. Look at me go.
Woo!
Yeah. All right, folks. So you know what it is. You know what it's about. You know how to do this. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, hit the react. If
And
you
share the posters that we're talking about.
Well,
dude, what are you doing?
Man.
If you're here watching us, watch the shows that we're talking about.
Okay,
you're
that
missing
part,
out.
yeah. That part, go see
come
the
on.
shows.
You're watching
sharing
the future guys that are going to be on WWE.
Even the
Javon
wrestlers
Evans.
don't share the posters. Why should the fans?
Oh,
I know that hurt people too.
terrible.
I know it.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I'm not wrong. I'm right. It's sad.
You're out of pocket, but you're not wrong.
No, I'm not out of pocket.
What are you in pocket?
Hold on.
I'm not. We're phrasing.
Hold on.
Phrasing.
There was not. Bro, there was a show where fans showed up with a sign with my name on it and a cardboard cutout of me, because I was the reason they showed up to the show, and I'm nothing but a ring announcer, and this was a show. Why? Why is that a thing when y'all had real wrestlers that weren't sharing the flyer? Because the guy with a mouthpiece that's going to actually give a crap about your product and want to make money. I want you to break the doors. I want the fire department to say, hey, man, y'all can't have no more people in this joint. I want that many people in every building I work.
Correct.
Exactly.
Everybody.
No, not everybody, because they don't deserve it, because they don't put the effort into it. Effort reaps rewards. I'm sorry, but I'm going to be legit now. I want that for every show that cares enough and really does put their heart and soul into everything. They deserve that. Because what should then happen is called trickle-down economics, man. Y'all have a banger night, throw a brother a little bonus. You know what I'm saying? Put a little extra $5 in that envelope, and we call it a day. $5 or $10 in the envelope on top of the payday. Hey, man, for a killer night, that's what we do. That's what you do. That's how you take care of your people. That's called good business. You get people out there sharing the flyer, and you give them a bonus for sharing the flyer. That's good business. I've seen hold on.
Give you that.
I've seen promoters. I have seen a promoter walk right up to a talent in front of everybody in the backstage. Oh, y'all want to pull the curtain back? Pull this curtain back, because I saw that man take money out of his pocket and say, by the way, this is because he shared the flyer more than anybody else, and put cash in his hand. It was like $20, but it was still $20. Half y'all working for free, and he got $20 on top of it. That's
money.
funny. That's funny. You got
You
talent
used to
working
be able
for
to
free.
get 18 with chickens and a cookie, but you can't even get that for $20.
Nah, you can't even get $20 worth of gas for $20. Yeah, I said it. Anyway, folks, it's been real. It's been fun. We hope y'all had a blast because I know I did. I needed this. I needed to get it off. I needed to let it out.
Please send all angry emails, texts, and messages to Ron.
Yeah. You can message me directly on Facebook. And when you do, I will send you a cake. If you send me while you're upset, I will send you a cake. I promise. You're probably not gonna like it. But they make a pill for that.
Cake. I like cake.
They make here, I will send you the cake. I will send you the cake. Hold on. I'll send you the cake just so you're good. Give me one momento, por favor. I'm gonna get this.
I like cake. You like cake? Yeah. Tres leches cake. Oh, tres leches. I miss tres leches.
I gotta make a cake this weekend. But
right, so on that note,
anyway,
Ron was trying to say was,
it's been a great show. Thank y'all. We love you.
We'll see you eventually.
Yeah, we'll see you when we see you because occasionally we can't really say we'll see you at the Indies anymore because we don't know if we're going to see them at what shows anymore. We'll see you when we will see you when we see you
on the 19th. If y'all want to come hang out with me, at least I'll do that. If
at
you
least
come to Richmond for the 26th, sure.
At least that, yeah.
Buy me a drink,
dude. Buy me several. You gotta do something to calm me down. But anyway, have a great night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure you're hitting the like, share, and subscribe. If you meet anybody that likes wrestling, tell them to watch this and see if they still like it. That's honestly what they should do. Folks, it's been a blast. I hope you guys have a great night.
I'm just waiting for the angry emails. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you.
Dude, my phone's already going off.